You know, there was a great things happened to somebody in the forum, and I just wanted to share this because it was such a good example. Especially this last eclipse with Uranus, it can change things overnight. You know, I always say this anyway about the divine, that I have this line that's always in my head. Things turn on a dime when you enter the divine world, when you're actually learning how to offer and move with the divine flow and say to the divine, guide the way, bring the connections. All the right people are picked. All the right help is picked. All the right doors that need to open will open. Like you're putting yourself in that flow of the divine. Things can turn on a dime. And there was this woman in the forum she'd sent in this letter and she was saying, you know, I haven't been able to walk in months. I don't know what's going on. My life is a nightmare. It's so painful. She found out on that eclipse, I think it was on the day of the eclipse, that she had a rib out. And that's what had been going on all this time. It wasn't like she had all these fatal diseases that she was thinking, but a rib was out and she went to somebody they put the rib back in and she's walking again. And this is such a Uranian story. So it just can bring changes very, very dramatically overnight. And, all right, another thing I just want to remind you before we go to the other eclipse is that if you know some astrology, look at the house of your chart that it's falling in. I'm not going to get into all this on a short call like this, but look at the house it's falling in. There's 12 houses in the chart. And also look at the house that it rules. And beyond that, I'm not going to explain all that. One of these days, maybe I'll do an astrology course for people that want it, and I'll say what all that means. But for those of you that know what it means, there's two things to look at, and it's both of those. Also, if you've been feeling this mix of hope and fear together, that is very, very common under eclipse cycles. You know, like it's not blind hopelessness. There's honestly this feeling that your soul has within you. Oh no, now I have like 5 million people telling me to do an astrology course. All right, well, we'll see where that goes. I've like 100 other things I want to teach too. That's part of why I left being an astrologer, because I really want to be teaching people how to align with the divine, because almost no one out there is teaching that. But maybe we could do an astrology course where I'm also including that, so that it's not ignoring, to me, the most key part. Most key part of astrology is who's the one making the freaking planets turn in the first place. It's not the ego with its shopping list. It's the divine. So you learn how to align with the transits. All right. I can't even look at that chat. I've got to like cover with my hand because there's zillion people asking for a course. But that mix of hope and fear, to me, is the inner sense. Oh, new unfolding, something's coming, and it can feel that aliveness. And then the fear coming in, going, wait a minute, things that you might be quite comfortable with, but that are actually not ultimately for your highest good, may have to be released. And that's the fear. Now, this all gets much easier if you know how to do offering and surrender, which is what we do in the forum. Because then you're not just like, oh my God, I'll die if I don't have my, X, Y, or Z. You know how to take it and begin to offer it back to the divine. All right, let's see if there's anything else left here.